Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack, sponsored by Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Appreciate y'all joining me today. Hope everybody's doing well, and getting ready for the weekend on this Friday, man. Welcome, Friday, man. Kind of excited about that. May 29th. Hope y'all got some big plans, or maybe the big plans are just resting and catching up, whatever the case may be. Hope it's something you're looking forward to and something healthy for you. And um, yeah, weekend. Good stuff. So I ran a promotion over the last couple of days. There might be some new people out there. I do a daily recovery reading, but this is all tied to my business, Recovery Concepts LLC. The website is in the body of the video. There's a link there. And I'm a public speaker. I run groups, recovery groups on the addiction, substance abuse disorders. Got a couple of different curriculums. I've just started doing sober companions for transports and different things like that. I've partnered with a company out of Florida. So there's a lot of different things that I can do. I'm glad you're here for the reading. Don't get it wrong. That's good stuff. I like to start my day with a little bit of recovery stuff. But if you got any questions about what else is going on with me and what's available and what my business is about, just shoot something out, man. Appreciate y'all joining. Let's dive in here. May 29th, Friday. Quote from Dwight L. Moody. Character is what a person is in the dark. How many of us act differently when no one can see us? During the worst days of our illness, we used to steal, lie, and leave messes for someone else to pick up. It is often said in the meeting rooms that we are as sick as our secrets. The longer we are in recovery, the more clear the answer becomes. We are the same person wherever we go, whether anyone can see us or not. Let me read that again because I stuttered on it. We are the same person wherever we go, whether anyone can see it or not. Most often, the things we used to get away with hurt us a lot more than they hurt anyone else. We practice being responsible to ourselves because we know what we are doing. We practicing on the little things, like making our bed every morning, whether anyone knows it or not. Why? Because we feel better when we have done our little duties. We practice telling the truth, especially to ourselves, because our addiction wants to make us dishonest. Prayer for the day. Higher power, please help me heal and recover even the most secret parts of my life. Today's action. Have I done anything today that I am keeping secret? Why? When I really take a good look at my secrets, what do I think about them? I can relate to that. I'm a step work guy, and when my sponsor and I completed the 5th step, which I drug my feet on very hard, I was horrified about what I had to say, man, what I had to expose, what I had on my list, man. This reading talks about, it's often said in the meeting rooms, we are sick as our secrets, man. We used to, get by with stuff, man, and think that was a good thing. But the problem was I knew. And I've always believed in God. I've always believed in a higher power. My higher power's name is God. And what I grew up with in the church, my grandfather was a preacher. It's my higher power is much different now than what I thought it was back then. I grew up King James Version, Southern Baptist preacher grandfather, and we'll just say, there was some hellfire and brimstone flying around. Okay, God scared me, and when I got out there and did the things that I did over the years that I did them, knowing damn good and well that they were wrong. But if I got by with them, I just thought that was a good day. And then they went into my soul, man, went into my closet, man. And it was secret time. I didn't understand how corrosive that was to my being at that point in time, man. I was a can kicker. I've talked about it before. I always knew one day I'd have to deal with this stuff, man, but it was never going to be today. I kicked the can down the road. Never going to be today. But the 5th step for me changed my life. Quite literally changed my life. Sitting in a kitchen in Bedford County, Virginia for an hour and a half, spilling my guts to my sponsor, pretty much crying like a baby, trying to get all of it out, was it was some of the more emotional things that I've ever experienced in my whole life. Very shortly after that, I experienced something I had never remembered. I did not know that I couldn't remember being in a position that I was in at that point in time. I was 43 or 44 years old at this time. But I was sitting there and I did not have a secret. No secrets. Not the bad ones that you ain't never going to tell anybody or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we went through some things, man, and I offloaded all my dirt. And there was a lightness on my body, a literal lightness on my body. I've equated it when I speak on it in groups or whatever, man. I try to tell the ladies and gentlemen, anybody that goes to a gym, if you've ever gone and busted it and worked out and tore it down, man, and just got a really, really good workout, especially your arms and your chest, when you walk away from it, it's almost like your arms and they get light and they're kind of floating a little bit. It kind of just feels so light. I don't know any other better way to explain it, how I felt very shortly after my complete, total fifth step with my sponsor that day. I can't equate it to anything else better to describe it than that. That is how I felt. I felt lighter, emotionally spent. I was so tired. And it was one of the harder days in my life, man. You know, it's hard to come talk about, man, and expose yourself about some things that you had shame over, man. You know, absolute shame and disdain for yourself over decades, over some bullshit, you know, for me that I did. It accumulated a lot over a large amount of time. And I had a lot of dirt. And I highly suggest, you know, that anybody that wants to do 12-step recovery to get a sponsor and work the steps. Because that's that was the release. Recovery is different than sobriety. Sobriety is obviously different from active addiction, but what people miss sometimes is that recovery is different from sobriety. There's 3 phases of this thing: active addiction, sobriety, which is better, much better, but recovery gives you a life that you wake up in comfort. You have found you. You are happy. Things are going well. You are content. You feel free. Sobriety did not give that to me in the early beginning. I wasn't drinking and drugging, but I felt so bad. I felt like stir-fried shit. It was awful. My feelings were all showing up. All my dirt was still in me. I was just batshit crazy trying to figure out how I was going to take care of all the things. You know, you take the drugs and alcohol and got them out of me. I had a whole lot of things pop up, man, that I didn't have my tools to tamp them back down. You know what I mean? I didn't have my drugs and my fixes, my alcohols and stuff to tamp all those feelings and thoughts and worries and concerns down to make them go away. I had to start dealing with them. And for me, it's the step work stuff that creates recovery. Sobriety's good because you're heading in the direction, but I don't think I could have lived in sobriety. Recovery, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I do this every day. I drink and drug every day. I do this every day. Yeah, it says more often the things we used to get away with hurt us a lot more than they hurt anybody else. Just because I got by with it, that absolutely just shouldn't correlate with it being a good thing. I will promise you that. So I can fool everybody in the world most of the time, but I could not fool me, and I knew I could not fool my God. I believed that I would be judged. I don't know how it all works. My spirituality is like pieces of things that I've learned all along, but I don't go to church a whole lot unless we go with the kids or the grandkids and stuff. I don't care to not go to church. It doesn't bother me to go, but I talk to my God every day, and most all the time I'm walking with him outside. Nature is kind of my church, and I don't wait to go somewhere one day a week or whatever, a certain address to go in and show praise and prayer and meditation and gratitude and thankfulness. I do that, pretty much where I'm at, or try to. Like I said, I have no aversion going to church, and I go just fine, get all dressed up and smile and have a blast, man. But it's just not something that's in my regular schedule. Anyway, I'm rambling. I appreciate y'all joining. Please come on back tomorrow. Y'all know the spiel, especially you new people. If anybody's, you got a friend that might enjoy this, if you move to do so or whatever, please tell them about it. Share on social media if you want. It's an anonymous program, but some people do that anyway. Only if you're comfortable. Go ahead, trying to grow this thing. Appreciate y'all being with me. Give a shout. Check the website out. Got any questions, just let me know. Y'all come on back, Lord willing. We'll do it again Saturday. Peace.